Okay, hi. So, I love this necklace. Look at my necklace. I just did my very first presentation at McGill University. We basically had to present our business plan, and I did it, and I was just really, really, really excited about it because, I just did a really good job. We did our PowerPoint presentation. I was in charge of strategy and marketing implementation, and I just really kicked ass. I really rocked out. And just so excited. And, it's so crazy because I really don't like working in groups, but, working in a group was a really good experience for me because what happens is that when people work in groups, especially people that really know what they're talking about, everybody goes through an ego trip. And basically, like, everyone was going through an ego trip. And, like, sometimes I would put out my ideas and they would shut it down or like, either they would shut it down or sometimes they would just, like, take it and twist it up and change it up a little bit and call it their own. And it was just really, really frustrating. But then, I realized, it really humbled me because it helped me to learn how to deal with people. And it was like, maybe my classmates really don't like me. Maybe they don't like me being in their group and stuff like that. And let me tell you the crazy thing. Okay. First of all, the person who started the idea to begin with, it's an online clothing shop that we're writing a business plan for, and it's basically geared toward men that want to look trendy, but basically don't have the money to look trendy, or they just don't have the time to look trendy, and they can't get a fashion stylist because of whatever reason. So basically with this website, between $50 to $150, you can look amazing without, like a celebrity without, going through too much effort. So essentially that's the gist of the business. And what happened is that, I was supposed to meet up with them to do the final presentation. And I didn't meet up with them, one, because I had to go to work the next day, but two, because I was like, they probably don't even care about me. Like, they act like, I don't matter. Or at least that's how I felt. And what's so crazy is I came in today into class, and they're like, oh, Charlene, by the way, you're the CEO of the company. I was like, wow. So basically, it basically changed my outlook on things. Okay, there may be certain people in the group that may think I'm weird or think I'm a little strange or whatever, but overall they appreciate what I bring to the table, even though sometimes they act like they don't. So it made me realize that, okay, not only is it good to work in groups because you learn different things, different ideas, etc., but moreover, you learn a lot about yourself and not to judge people because you never really know what people are thinking. So the fact that they made me the CEO and made everybody under me was just like a shock. Even though I was qualified for it, but still, it was just very shocking. Anyway, so it made me really, really happy. And, I spoke to my professor and I was like, look, professor, I forgot his name. Doesn't that suck? But I was like, look, you're really, really inspiring, and I'm currently writing my business plan. And as I write it, I would like for you to, sort of look through it and just give me some pointers and feedback and stuff like that. So I'm just really, really, really excited about that. And one of the things that he teaches us is that, as an entrepreneur, don't worry about funding. Don't worry about funding. As the idea is good, the funding will come, especially if you live in a Western country and if you're in a business environment and you're surrounded by business people like I am, it will come. So my worries right now is to basically first of all, do as much research as possible on my business and write out as detailed and as excellent as a business plan as possible, so that way, when I go to few investors, they can back me up. As a matter of fact, what he taught me that was really, really interesting is that you want to get investors that actually have an asset. Like, you want to get an investor that's a lawyer, investor that's, like, with my line of like my company focuses on retail and wholesale with African arts and crafts, and that deals with home furnishings, furniture, bed sheets, plates, baskets, anything that involves, decorating a home that's made in Africa. So now it's funny because Homera, who is one of the team members, she has over 20 years of art experience, and she's really, really good with color coordination. And she mentioned to me, she was like, Charlene, if you ever start a business, I would love to be a part of it. Please let me know. And I was like, yeah, sure. But then I looked back and I thought about what my professor said, which is that, you want to get people that have an asset to invest invest in your company. So I'm actually thinking once I'm done with the business plan, she may be one of the people that I may approach as far as like purchasing and like purchasing or color coordination, etc. As far as like my company is concerned. So anyway, so I'm really excited about that. This is a necklace that I wore to represent my little artistic thing. Essentially, in our project, Rachel Zoe was going to be our strategic marketer, and she was going to be representing. She was going to be our stylist and basically representing all our in-house stylists. And we were supposed to hire her for like 3 months. And she would, do all the publicity for us, the marketing and the styles of Magnet, which is the name of our group, which, by the way, I came up with. So, with that said, I was really, really, really excited about that. And that's really it. So what else? Yeah, there's nothing else. I'm just going to keep checking. Today's Thanksgiving. I don't really get a chance to be with my family, which I'm just going to check. Yeah, okay, it is working. Didn't really get a chance to be with my family because I'm here in Canada. All my family's in Maryland, but for anybody who's watching, I love you all very much. Ngong family, big up to the Ngong family. Yeah, what's up? Anyway, so with that said, I don't really think I have anything else to say. I'm just going to keep focusing on it. I've done 2 shows so far. The first show I made, I did, it was okay. The second show was okay too. So now my goal right now is to basically set up my business. I'm going to start off as a sole proprietorship. And actually what my professor said is that he's really good with financing and technical things. So I'm going to try to figure out which, tax bracket would be best for me as a sole proprietor, and whether or not it would be good for me to move into a corporation, and if so, what would be the best way to go about doing it. So that's really it. If you have any questions, if you're an entrepreneur out there, don't give up. Just keep checking. Take it one day at a time, 2 days, just one day. Just keep counting those days, man. Like, it's kind of like, taking a race. You might not be the first person in the line, but, each step will get you there. Each step will get you there. And a lot of times, if you notice in a race, the last person is often praised as much as the first person because it takes a lot to finish. And so that's what I'm doing. It's a huge challenge for me because I really don't have a lot of friends. Thank God for Facebook because that's really where I network with as far as my friends are concerned. I'm really excited about that. That's just really, really it, taking it one day at a time, missing my family, but taking that one day at a time. I am seeing a guy, but it's not really working out the best because, we have a lot of differences, but, I've prayed to God about it. So, whatever God says is, whatever he feeds to me is what I will do. So, he's a nice guy, but we just have a huge hump. So, anyway, so with that said, for all you listeners out there, thank you very much. Charlene loves you, a.k.a. Princess a.k.a. Sexy Chocolate.